name is Mamta. I am doing PhD in bioinformatics in IISR ICR New Delhi, and I did my BSc in horticulture only from Bagalkot. Okay, statistics. I think you guys know or what? I will win. Who is the father of statistics?
Fisher.
Yeah, Fisher is F for father and F for Fisher. Please remember F and F. Okay, I will be telling you how to remember. Okay, if they may be telling that so many names would be there. Okay, just remember F for father, F for Fisher. So Fisher is the father of statistics. Okay, then come to father of vital statistics is the Captain John Grant. Maybe this question will come or not. Maybe it will. They won't ask. If they are having in the mind that we want to ask something twisty, then they will put vital statistics. Okay, and then comes this, and they will ask like a question like statistics deal with. Actually, remember in the for if you say data means any information. Any information means I have data about how many students are joining in this class. Okay, that is also data. You guys know about data or what? No? Yes or no? Please answer. Otherwise, statistics will be really difficult for you guys. Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
You guys know about data? What is data?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Can you tell me?
Maybe a set of
The information collected.
Yeah.
primary data, secondary data, and tertiary data.
No. Don't go about primary data and secondary data. That is actually, it's okay. That is also the parts of data. I am just asking about what is data.
Collection of facts.
Yeah, collection of facts or collection of something. If I say that how many students are there in my class, that is one type of data. How many books you are reading, that is one type of data. Okay, how many colors are there in this book front page, that is one type of data. That is just any information we are collecting, and any information, that is a data. Okay, but in this there are two types. One is qualitative and quantitative data. What about qualitative data means? If you are saying that these are the colors, and actually for girls, we may say that we have so many shades of pink. We will say baby pink, dark pink, and all. These all shades of pink, we will say that is a data. But what is that shades of pink? Can you put the ranking about that? This shade of pink is a 5% shade of pink. This is 10%. We can't put any value. We can't give any value to that. That is a qualitative data. Okay, that qualitative data we are not studying in the statistics. What data we will study in statistics? Only the quantitative data. Means quantitative data means which is having the value. Means if I say that in our class these many students are there, that is the quantitative data. I know the how many numbers, and I can't say that in my class the students are there with this white color, they are black and they are fair color, this medium. That is qualitative data, and that qualitative data we are not dealing with in the statistics. This question they may ask that statistics deal with it. They will give the four options: quantitative data, qualitative data, quantitative and qualitative data. Both are none. Okay, and another one thing you need to remember is statistics does not study the individuals. You can't in the statistics you can't study the one individual person and going about studying about him. In this statistics we are comparing the other thing. In my class I am having for example in this class we are having the Dhananjay, and I can't study about him. And in statistics we are like comparing the other students with the Dhananjay. That is the thing we are studying in this statistics. Okay, you guys get it or what?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
In statistics, we are not going to study about the individual. We are going to study about the population. Population means group of data. Okay, we are not studying about the individual and we are not studying about the qualitative data, only quantitative data. Okay, this you guys remember. Then comes to this another two. Green, in green I have mentioned it because I don't want to dig in these two topics and confuse you guys, because you guys are giving JRF in the statistics, not statistics, and horticulture. That's why I am not going deep in these things. I just want you guys to remember that if in any question if they ask about the histogram, if it comes in histogram, for what you are using this histogram graph, okay, you will directly, by closing your eyes, go for the mode. Mean, mode, median, I will come in the next slide. Just I'm telling you to remember these two, okay? If anything like I want to in that question, if it is question is like what is the graph we are using to study the mode, then
Slide is not moving.
means calculating the mode.
ಮಮತಾ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ನಿಂದು. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇದೆ.
ಸ್ಲೈಡ್ ಮೂವ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ.
ಹೌದಾ?
ಇಂಟ್ರೊಡಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ ತಾನೆ.
ಹಾ ಹೌದು.
Yeah. I'm just saying these two last two points. Okay. And about the median also. I am not explaining about the mean and median. I am just telling you, just remember these 2 points. The histogram and mode. If they are asking about anything about the mode, just directly go for the histogram. If they are asking anything about the median, just go for the cumulative frequency. See if this is just I am just giving as a extra points. They may ask or they may not. If they ask, you can't get confused about what is this. We didn't learn this graphs and all, because that graph topic is so big. That's why I took the 2 points which are very important. That's why I just mentioned it in the first slide only. Okay, now you can see the next slide. Hello. It means this is the center point. Like you think if any central tendency for this class, we will think about this class. Taking example, you guys are all over the some data, means some points, things like that, and I am taking the class, and you guys are all coming in this mode. Means you guys are all joining this class, and we are all in the same platform. Okay, this is the central tendency, means total. Okay, means for example, if I say in my class so many students are there, guys, I am taking it as a average. You guys are my class is a 1. I am taking it as I am thinking this all you students have a 1. That is a central tendency. Means you think it is a central, means name is there in central. Central means whatever it is there, we are bringing it in the center, in the middle or something, center. Okay, did you guys understood, or should I explain with an example or something? Means central tendency is just like that, bringing all the things in and thinking that it is a one object. Means I am thinking all you 150 plus students has a 1 class. Okay, did you guys understood, or what? Should I explain with the other example? What you understood as a central tendency? Anyone tell me? Means no, it is just one thing that for example, you are giving so many toys to one child. Okay, he is throwing here and there. His mother will come and collect all the toys in one place, and her mother will say, this is my child toys, and she won't say that this is this toy, this is this toy. She will think all those toys as a 1. Okay, that is a central tendency. That is, we are thinking everything as a one object. We are not going separately for individual. Okay, did you get it?
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
In this central tendency, we are having the five different types: arithmetic mean, median, mode, harmonic mean, and geometric mean. Geometric mean I am not covering here because I don't think so it is much important, and they will ask question. If you guys interested, please go to Nimrod Sunda and read it. Then when come to arithmetic mean, I think you guys know about the arithmetic mean. Please let me know how much you know about arithmetic mean. Please tell me, one of you, what is arithmetic mean. Not this slide. Now tell me. And let me know.
Sum of observation by number of observations.
Tell me.
Sum of observations by number of observations.
Total number of observations. No, for me explain means not the definition. Give me example if you know how you say that total number of observation by means. I will only see in my class I am having we are think about the 10 children are there in this room.
Ma'am, it's like average.
Yeah, that is average only. Arithmetic mean is nothing but average. For example, 10 children are there in this room. Okay, I am giving 10 children some chocolates. For first child I gave 2 chocolates, and for the second one I gave 5 chocolates, and third one I gave the something 7 chocolate. Like this, for all the 10 children I gave I started distributing the chocolates. Okay, then what is the arithmetic mean of the chocolate? Okay, what I will do, I will count all the chocolates, means how many chocolates I distributed. I had some I had one pocket of chocolate, and how many chocolates I gave to all the children, means 2 plus 3 plus 7, like that. And I will divide by how many children were there in this room. Got it? Means how many chocolates are went with from my pockets, and to how many children I gave it. Then for this we will get to know that at starting I gave randomly. I gave randomly like 7, 7, 7, 7. First 3 children I gave 7, 7, 7, 7. For another 7 children, I didn't have that much chocolate to give 7, 7. Okay, then I will get the problem here. Okay, when I am telling that I have 100 chocolates and I am dividing by 10, the 10 chocolates for every children. That is the arithmetic mean. Otherwise, we can do in the vice versa. And I am giving the 10 chocolates to every child. And okay, did you guess? Did you get understood or what? I think I confused you guys.
No, ma'am, understood.
Understood. I confused you.
Understood, ma'am.
Yeah, that is the thing. The sum of the individual value from its next. Sum of the deviation from individual values, and this. Please see these 2 points. This red one. These two points are very important. Very important. They will ask these 2 points, and please behead these 2. Okay. I just if you are having the pen and paper, please write it down, because some statistics in some points are there. I will not explain you here. Okay, it is just a 1 hour course and I can't explain each and everything. That's why I am telling you, don't take too much of tension about this something which you are not understanding in this statistic. Please buy it and go and write. Okay, it's just a 1 or 2 question. It's hardly about the 2 question. Don't take too much stress on the statistics. Okay, and when it comes to this formula, this is the summation. It's like I said now, sum of the all chocolates I gave to students. For that, for telling that sum this, we are using this symbol, and this is the X means the chocolates. Okay, we are adding all the chocolate 2 plus 3 plus 4, and the n is the for how many children are there in my room. Got it? Then comes to median. Arithmetic mean. Did you guys get the what is arithmetic mean? It is a just average. Okay. Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
What about the median? Did you guys know about the median?
The middlemost value is
Middle value.
Middlemost value. How will you say that middlemost value?
we can arrange in either ascending order or descending order, ma'am, and then we have to.
Yeah, very good. Very good. Very good. In my class, so many students are there. I will say them to stand in the ascending order of their height. I will say first the shortest person come in front, and the longest will go last. And I will say them to stand in the line according to their height. And I will count how many students are there. I will think that there are 10 students are there, and I will go up the middlemost student, the 5th student. I will take him out, and I will say that this is the median of our class students' height. Height of our class students' median is this one. Okay, we are arranging. For example, you guys are getting the numbers in marks in the exams, and we have to say that average marks of the student. First, I will start arranging them in the ascending order. And first, I will take the student who got 5 or 10 marks, and I will see at last I will put the marks of that 100 marks. One student got the 100 marks, and I won't think about them, and I will come to the middle 50, and so many students are getting the 50, and I will say that 50 is the middlemost value. This is the median. Okay. Then comes to mode. Mode is the highest frequency. See, now you see your fingers. Okay. In this finger we are having the 5 fingers. Okay. You think each finger having the some frequency. Frequency means any value. Okay. In this finger, this middle finger will be the longest one. Middle finger is the longest one, na? Okay. Then I can say that this is the highest frequency one. Means which is having the highest value. For example, when we were talking about the marks, and I will say that what is the mode of the frequency. I will say how I will say, I will arrange from. You don't confuse, like highest frequency means it is not the person who got the 100 marks. That is not the highest frequency. That is that is having the highest value. It doesn't mean that is highest frequency. Highest frequency and highest value is the totally two different things. Did you get it? Highest frequency means we are having the 10 students, and the first student got the 5 marks, and the highest person got the 100 marks. And in these 8 students, 5 students have got the 60 marks. Okay. First student had got that 5 marks, and means when we are ascending or something like, and one student got the 100 marks. I am not thinking about the student who got the marks 100. I am thinking about the same marks, how many students are getting. For example, 60 marks, 5 students are getting out of the 10. Then I will say that this is the 10 students, 5 students are getting the 60, means I can say that this is the mode of our class. Did you get it, or should I explain? Hello?
Got it, ma'am.
Can I repeat once again?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Yeah. For this, then come to back. Did you get the mode and median? When they said about the mode, you think about by histogram we can identify the mode. Okay. Just you remember these 2 points, because I am not explaining detail in this. Okay. For median, we are taking for cumulative frequency. Then come to these things, symmetric and asymmetric. Okay, if I am saying the symmetrical means harmonic mean, harmonic mean is the just the reciprocal of arithmetic mean. If you are saying arithmetic mean is 1 by 4, harmonic mean is 4 by 1. Why we are using harmonic mean? For average speed. You just remember this point, okay? If they are saying average speed, what is we are using? Then just directly go for the harmonic mean, okay? Then come to symmetric and asymmetric. These two formula, please you guys remember, because these two formula you guys will remember what is mean, mode, median, harmonic mean and everything. And when it comes to this mean minus mode is equal to 3 mean minus median, you guys will get confused and you will start thinking like, what is this question? I didn't study only this statistics question is become the difficult this time. Please don't, because this is the basic formula they will ask. Okay, just remember these two. When it is a symmetrical, means if I say that in a 10 I had the 10 children here, and I gave all 10 children, I gave the 10 chocolates to all 10 children. Okay, then I can say that what is the mode? Mode is the 10 only, because every children got the 10 chocolates only. What is the median? Median also 10, because I can't put ascending or descending order. That is the median, whatever I see that is the 10. What is the mean? Mean also 10. 10 students are there. I counted it 100 by 10. It came 10 only. So for that, this is called symmetrical. Symmetrical means mean, mode, median are equal. When it comes to asymmetrical, as I said, first student got the 5 marks and last student got the 10 marks or 100 marks, something like. For that, so if you know mean or median, if you know mean, median, and if you want to calculate mode, for those things we are using this formula, and we are not applying formula in this for your JRF. You just remember the formula only. Okay, then this one also, last point. AM, always if you are calculating for asymmetrical, not a symmetric one, asymmetric, it should always be the AM is greater than GM and GM is the greater than the HM. Okay, please remember these 2 points. If you are not, if you have pen or paper, please scratch it there only. At last, before the exam, 2 days before the exam, please just look at these formulas. Okay, then come to dispersion. Measure. When I said about the measure of central tendency, it is a collecting at the 1 point. Okay, about the measure of dispersion is from 1 point, it is going out. The mother has collected all the child toy in the one place, and child will come and it will start throwing here and there, and every toy will go out. That is the variation from the mean or median. From this is the in middle. You say that that bag, toy bag is there, that is the mean or median. The child will take out and throw, and what is the distance between that thrown toy and this bag? That we called as a measure of dispersion from here to there. Okay, then in this measure of dispersion we can see this range. I think range, you guys all know about range. Normal range, you guys think my range is this from here to there. You don't know what range.
Yes, ma'am. Range maximum value minus minimum value.
Yeah. Yes, that's it. If I'm saying this 10 students having, first student having the 5 marks and last student got the 100 marks, what is the range? 100 minus 5, 95. Okay, that is the range. Just the maximum minus minimum. Okay, then comes to mean deviation. I am not stressing about the mean deviation. I don't think so they will ask. If they ask, please see that mean deviation. This point, as I said last in this, please by head these 2 points. Like that, I will say by head this point also. Okay, I won't explain because of shortage of time, and I don't think so explanation is needed for you guys. Okay, please behead this one. Then comes to standard deviation. When I said about the central tendency, mean, median, mode are the important. When it comes to measure of dispersion, standard deviation, variance, and coefficient of variance is very important. The standard deviation, don't think much about. Just when if they are asking about the standard deviation, 100% they will ask only these 4 points. Okay, what is the best measure of measure of dispersion? Which is the best one? Standard deviation is the best measure for variation. Okay, and this thing, standard deviation is always positive. If they are giving negative value, no. Okay, it is then please remember the range of all the things. Wherever I am just mentioning the range, 0 to infinity, -1 to +1, those range, please write it down in the paper and behead it. Range, 100% they will ask the range. Okay, the first standard deviation range is the 0 to infinity. Okay, standard variance is square of the standard deviation. That's it. And means just remember that. I am not just going deep into that, and I am not telling you. Just remember these things what I am mentioned in this slide. In standard deviation, what you guys are remembering? It is the best measure, and it will always be positive, and the range of this is 0 to infinity. Then come to coefficient of variation. This is the very important. They will ask this. This is the unitless measure. This question they have asked so many times. What is the unitless measure? Coefficient of variation. Why it is unitless? Because see, in standard deviation by mean, standard deviation we had some unit, and mean also we had some unit, and we will cross that and no unit only. Because we are taking it as a percentage. So coefficient of variation is the unitless measure. I am repeating you once again also. They will ask this question for sure. Coefficient of variation is a unitless measure. And this, when I said, did you guys observe or not? I don't know. This range, mean deviation, standard deviation, and variance. These are the absolute measure. In this, we are just seeing the from here one toy where it went there. Okay, only we are just finding out the variation. But when we come to relative measure, we are going with the comparison. That's why it is called a relative, and that we are calling that as absolute. Don't think about the what is absolute and what is relative. I just said you about to have some knowledge. That's it. Please don't go with that. Don't run behind that. Okay. Just you think about the relative coefficient of variation, comparing any two series, and it is a unitless. Otherwise, if they are asking some more about CV means, they may ask if more of the CV, more of the variation. They may ask if CV is decreasing, and what will be the variation? What will be the variation if CV is decreasing?
It also decreases.
Yeah, very good. More the CV, more the variation. Less the CV, less the decrease, less the variation. That's it. Okay, when it comes to standard error of the mean, I don't think so they may ask the standard error of the mean. I just put it because if they ask about the find out, if they ask about find out, remove the means find out the relative measure of dispersion in these four. If they are putting that standard deviation, range, variation, variance, and the standard error of mean, you can find out the standard error of mean. That's why I am just mentioning here the standard error of mean is the relative measure of the. Then this one, if the if all values in the sample are same, then their variance is 0. That means if the children is not throwing his toy out of the bag, then what will be the variance? It is 0, because all the toys will be there only. Okay, we can't say it went from here to there. That is the meaning of this. If all values are in the sample are same, then their variance is 0. Okay. Then come to skewness and kurtosis. I am not deeply explaining the topic of skewness and kurtosis. Just remember, S for skewness and S for symmetry. These two words are there. Now they are important. If they are asking means only they will ask these two words. Skewness means symmetry. If they are anything they are asking about the symmetry, please go for the skewness. If they are asking anything about the flatness or peakedness, go for the kurtosis. If they are asking for the histogram, for where you guys will go? Histogram. Mode. Cumulative frequency.
Median.
Like that, skewness and kurtosis. If you are going for skewness, symmetry. If you are asking about the kurtosis and flatness and peakedness, then come to for symmetric. For symmetric, I gave you one formula. Please, can any one of you say for symmetric what will be the mean, mode, median?
All are equal.
All are equal. Like this also, skewness means we are mentioning it as a beta 1. Kurtosis is beta 2. Okay. For this also, how you can remember 0 or 3? You just think like, I don't know how many of you are don't know Kannada. I will just say one sentence in Kannada. Okay. Sonne. Okay. Illa muruk muktaya. Okay. Means 0. It will be 0. Otherwise, we will try for 3 times and we will end it there. In Kannada, we will say try 3 times. If you didn't get and end it there like that. Like that only you guys remember 0 or 3. Otherwise, it will, you guys will get confused 4 or 5 or something. If it is a symmetry, beta 1 may be 0, and beta 1 should be 0, and beta 2 should be 3. Okay. Then comes to probability. In probability also, I am not talking about the head, tail or some head. When it comes to head or when it comes to tail and I am throwing the coin, I am really not talking about those things. If I start explaining those things, you guys will really get confused. That's why I am just putting here the main points, what may be the questions you will get in the exam. Okay. Probability in this, first thing they may ask about the range. What is the range of the probability? 0 to 1. And behind also I gave you range. Standard deviation. What is the standard deviation range? 0 to infinity. Why 0 to infinity? I am just mentioning here standard deviation is always positive. That's why 0 to infinity. Come to probability. It may be 1 or 0. This will, it is just 1 and 0. It will happen or it will not happen. For example, I will take class, otherwise I will not take class. I won't do any middle work. Okay, from 0 to 1. That's it. The range is 0 to 1, and when it is the impossible event, it is a 0. When it is a totally when I am not, it is like I am not taking class. Otherwise, I am not writing the JRF in horticulture. If what is the probability of writing Mamta in JRF horticulture? That is impossible event because I can't. You can't read the vegetable. That is an impossible event. That's why that is a 0. What is the probability of Dhananjay writing the JRF in horticulture? Because he is very good with the horticulture. That's why that is a very sure possible event. Because that is 1. Okay. This you guys remember. For impossible event, you just remember me and Dhananjay only. what is the probability of writing Mamta JRF in horticulture? That is totally 0. Okay. If you have any doubt, please ask me in the middle. If you want the explanation of these anything, I am just mentioning like point. If anybody wants the explanation, please let me know. Is that okay, or should I explain it to probability distribution? We are having so many probability distributions. So many probability distributions are there, but I am not going any of this because you guys are that is none of your business. Means for you guys you won't get any probability distribution except these three. That's why I am just mentioning only these three probability distribution. It's a first one is binomial distribution. Binomial distribution is as I mentioned earlier, it is a two-way. It may happen or it may not happen. Okay, I may take less or I may not take less. Like that. The range of this binomial distribution is 0 to 1. Okay. Then comes to Poisson distribution. Poisson distribution is almost same as the binomial distribution. I will let you know in the further slide. And please remember why I am mentioning in the starting point only these three, because you guys should remember this range. Binomial distribution is 0 to 1. Poisson distribution is 0 to infinity. Another range was 0 to infinity was there. Which one? I told you. Anyone of you?
Standard deviation.
Standard deviation 0 to infinity, and Poisson distribution 0 to infinity. Binomial is 0 to 1, and for the normal distribution it is minus infinity to plus infinity. Okay. Then comes to binomial distribution. These 2 points are there na, first mean and variance. I don't think so they will ask. Why I am mentioning here, I wanted to just clarify you this mean is greater than variance. That's why I just mentioned you that I just mention here that mean is the NP and variance is the NPQ. Okay, because here you can ask me mean is a NP. We are multiplying with the 2 object and variance is the NPQ multiplying with the 3 object. How mean is greater than variance? Okay, but here na Q will be like 1 by 4, 1 by 3. When you are multiplying any value with the 1 by 4, 1 by 3, this ratio type, you will get the lower value only. That will become like division. Okay, you don't go all these things about. Just remember this in binomial distribution. What is this? 0 to 1 range, and then mean is greater than variance. Okay, mean is greater than variance. I am stressing you again because another one will come. Then comes to P plus Q is equal to 1. Always P plus Q is equal to 1. No other thing. Not 0, not 0.1, not 0.2. P plus Q always 1. If P is the 0, then Q 100% will be the 1 only. If P is 0.5, Q will be 0.5. P plus Q is always 1. No changes only. Then it comes to Poisson distribution. Why I was mentioning there, mean is greater than variance. In this Poisson deviation, mean is equal to variance. Okay. As I told you, binomial distribution was like I will take less or I will not take less. Okay. What is the probability of Poisson distribution? Means what is Poisson distribution? Poisson distribution is like yeah, tell me. What is the Poisson distribution? Limiting case of BD I am writing here. Don't tell me that. Something like in your words. Somebody was telling. Please continue. Anyone having idea? Distribution means not like it won't happen at all. Okay. Poisson distribution. For example, I said Mamta writing JRF in the horticulture is the impossible event. Okay. Mamta remembering the horticulture subject, it is a limiting case because I am from the horticulture background only, BSc horticulture. That's why I remember some of the horticulture things. Means what is the scientific name of the mango? These things I remember still. That is so limited case. Means it is the like not a impossible, but I am remembering. For example, we are having the nowadays everybody is having the phone, mobile phone in every home. The landline available in our village. That is a limiting case. It's not that no landline at all. There will be landline. There is a landline, one or two. That is so limiting case. It is not like Mamta don't remember horticulture at all. Yes, I have some knowledge about the horticulture, but it is very limiting case. Okay, that is the Poisson distribution. It is like binomial distribution only, but it is the rarest event. It is the rarest event. I remember the horticulture. That is, we are calling it as a Poisson distribution. It is just a modification of the binomial distribution. That's why here we are saying that mean is equal to variance. And in the binomial distribution, what was that? Mean is
Greater than variance.
very good. When it comes to normal distribution, in normal distribution, it is like everybody. It is like I can write statistics. I can write JRF in statistics or JRF in horticulture or whatever. All for me, no hard and fast rule that I want horticulture or I want in statistics. For me, horticulture, statistics, economics, and extension, everything is the same for me now. That is the normal distribution. If I think like that, if any one of you are thinking like that, if any one of you, for example, third year students in coming to fourth year, or any students is joining horticulture and means BSc horticulture, when we ask about the student in which subject you will write JRF, you don't know. He is having all the probability in all the subject. Means he may go in 4 years. He may go about towards horticulture. He may go towards the genetics, and he may go towards the statistics. That is the normal distribution. He is having all the possibilities with the equal proportion. That is normal distribution. Binomial distribution, me writing JRF in horticulture is impossible. Like that place 0 or 1. Poisson distribution is me remembering the horticulture as an horticulture degree graduate. That is the limiting case. Normal distribution, as a first year BSc students going for any subject to write the JRF, he is having all the equal probabilities. That is the normal distribution. In this normal distribution, if you are going to write the graph, we will get the bell-shaped curve. This they will ask so many times. They will ask for if means I am telling you so many words: skewness, symmetry, kurtosis, flatness and peakedness, histogram, mode, cumulative median. Like that, normal distribution, bell-shaped curve. Okay, normal distribution is bell-shaped curve, and we can say that normal distribution here mean, mode, median are equal. In this, we can say that we can compare this with the other things. Slide.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, see here for symmetry, beta 1 is 0, beta 2 is 3. Okay, here normal distribution, mean, median, mode is equal. Okay, next come to here symmetry, mean, median, mode is equal to same. Mean is equal to median, median is equal to mode. You guys try to connect with these things. If they are asking about the normal distribution, if you are saying mean, median, mode is equal to 0, you should also say that beta 1 is 0 and beta 2 is 3. This will also, we can say it as a normal distribution. Okay, it is also normal distribution. Symmetry and normal distribution, almost you think it is a one and the same. Whenever it is come the symmetry, you can say that it is a normal distribution. Okay, and normal distribution, bell-shaped curve, and mean, median, mode are the equal. Then comes to correlation. In this correlation, please remember the range. Correlation and regression. Can you see the correlation slide only, na?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Now,
Okay, ma'am.
correlation, please remember the range. Range of correlation, binomial, Poisson, normal, standard deviation, regression. For everything, please write it down in the one paper and please add the range. Okay. Correlation range is -1 to +1. If I had the so many classes means for statistics students, we will say that how to remember by explaining the things. We don't have the time to explain the why -1 to +1, minus infinity to plus infinity. That's why I am just mentioning you to by heart this range. Okay. In this range is correlation range is -1 to +1. No correlation means no relation. Correlation is nothing but a relation. No correlation, no relation. Okay, when no correlation, that is no relation, then correlation coefficient is 0. For example, if 2% don't know each other, means one girl is one boy, if they don't know each other, there is no chance of getting them together as a couple. No relationship. Means they don't know, no relationship. But they don't know if the correlation, the coefficient will be, the probability is 0. Okay. No relation means no correlation. No correlation at all. Then correlation coefficient will be 0. This you guys remember. Then then come to that same, I am taking that same example to guys you to clear these things. Same direction. If guy also liking it and the girl also liking that same guy, then there will be the positive correlation. Then there will be the chances of they are getting into as a couple. That is the same direction. Boy and girl are going in the same direction. There will be the positive correlation. Okay. When you will say the negative correlation, guy is also going outside and girl is also going outside. Otherwise, otherwise girl is liking that boy and boy is not liking that girl. In that chance, there is no chance of getting them together. That is a negative correlation. When both are liking each other, that is positive correlation. Otherwise, one is liking the another one is rejecting. No, that is the negative correlation. For example, when we are saying that when they are telling about the price and commodity, if they are telling about the price and commodity, it is always the negative correlation. Just remember this. If they are asking about the price and commodity, what is the price and what is the commodity, it is always goes in the negative direction. Okay. Then comes to regression. I am not explaining more about the regression. I am just mentioning the range of the regression. It is -infinity to +infinity. Okay. Then comes to hypothesis. Can you see the hypothesis? Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Please listen this slide. It is so actually type 1 error and type 2 error is means so important, and you will really 100% get confused. And I got so many times. I got confused so many times. Okay. There are hypotheses means for example, please think about the vaccine, about the corona vaccine. Okay, corona vaccine, we are telling that at the starting when the corona vaccine, they are telling about the corona vaccine, take, it is good. And some people were telling that when you take the corona vaccine, there are the chances of getting heart attack. There are the chances of getting the side effect with that vaccine. So many people were telling. I think you guys have heard that. And we were thinking about should we take vaccine or no. That based on that hypothesis, we are by keeping that in the mind, we are. I am explaining you this. For example, null hypothesis. Null hypothesis means government is saying if you take corona vaccine, there is no side effect. Okay, there is no side effect. You can take it. That is a null hypothesis. When it comes to alternate hypothesis, what we were thinking? Yeah, means contrary. Yes, there is a side effect, but we don't know exactly there is a side effect or no. For that, we are going for the experimental design and some test and other things. Okay, in those test and other things, we may get as a two errors. One is type 1 error and type 2 error. While selecting you should take a vaccine or not, you may face the two error. One, rejecting H0 when it is true, accepting H1 when it is false. Okay, government is saying no side effect, and people were saying we have the side effect, and you will think that what the people are saying is the correct. No, means okay. Then what you will do? You won't take the vaccine at all. When there is no side effect also, you won't take the vaccine. When it is true, you won't take the vaccine. That you will reject the null hypothesis, and you will accept what the people are saying, and you are not taking the vaccine. That error what you are doing now, that we will call it as a type 1 error. Okay. For what happens when it is type 2 error? If government was saying no side effect and people are saying there is a side effect, no. For type 2 error, I will give other example. When government is saying wear a mask, you won't get COVID. People are saying what is the meaning of wearing mask? No. If you don't wear mask also, we won't get COVID. So you are accepting, means in this you are doing it. Hello.
Yes,
ma'am.
Huh? Did you guys understood or I think when you are accepting that thing. Okay, and rejecting what the when it is a true also. This type 1 error and type 2 error. Please remember this type 1 error, type 2 error. And I have I think 5 minutes left, and I will just go. And next things are not the just explanatory one. Just the remember means you have to remember degree of freedom. This means total number of constraints. And this please you guys remember these things. N should be less than 50. Z test N should be more than.
Ma'am, please move slides.
Okay, sorry. Since we are having time shortage, that's why I'm going fast only. Please remember, chi-square N should be less than 50. Z test N should be more than 30. And Z and T test are the one and the same. Almost. It is that the only difference is for Z test N should be more than 30, and for T test N should be less than 30. Okay. Then comes to chi-square. As I said, range is the very important thing, and I mentioned N should be the more than 50. Then comes to this goodness of test and independence of two attributes. Just remember these two only main things. If you are getting the goodness of test, you don't think about the other test, T, Z, F, or any test if they are giving. Goodness of test always comes in the chi-square. Okay, independence of two attributes. They will ask only these two. I just mentioned these two because it is there in Nimrod Sundar. Maybe you are getting the probability 1% that you may get these two also. That's why I just mentioned these 2 points. Please remember goodness of it and independence of two attributes, chi-square test. Then when it comes to t-test, this sample size is small. I said n is less than 30 and the standard deviation is unknown. When standard deviation is known and sample test is big, we are going for z-test, and sample size is small and standard deviation is unknown, we are going for the t-test. And t-test, we are going for the correlation coefficient. Okay, we are t-testing that boy and girl are getting together or not. We are going for the t-test. Just remember something like this. Otherwise, you will forget. You start remembering please remember the statistics like this only. Just connect with any situation and remember. And then this one point also important, applicable when the number of treatment is 2. Treatment should be 2. Then comes to basic experimental design. In this experimental design, mainly you remember this, there are 3 basic principles: replication, randomization and local control. You guys having the class in 12 to 1 or what? Hello?
No.
Can I extend 15 minutes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, means another 4 slides are there. That's why I wanted to confirm. Basic principles of field experiment. These must and you should remember is replication, randomization and local control. Local control also called error control. They may say like what are the basic? Please find out the basic principles of the field experiment. They may say the odd one out, like they may ask question. They may give A is replication, B is randomization, C is local control and D is something treatment or something like that. Then you should not get confused. You should remember RRL. Okay, RRL. Replication, randomization and local control. Replication is if you are applying, if your replication is same thing you are repeating. Replication is nothing but the repeating. You are applying, you have the field, you are replicating the same thing. For example, in lab test also you are going same work in 3-4 times, so that you should not get any error. Randomization means you are randomly applying. You are not going with any pre-conscious mind that for first one I should do this. No, just randomly applying anything. And for about the local control, you are having the total environmental control, and every control should be the same, like control over the environment. And means not we can't control the environment, and we can control the sum of the factors. That is the local control. And when we comes to error, in this also everywhere we can get the error. In this, when we comes to field experiment, experimental error, what is the uncontrolled factor? We are controlling your local control. Okay, when we are getting any variation due to uncontrolled factor, means that we call it as a experimental error. Okay, then comes to ANOVA. Please, this is the important thing. ANOVA. Okay, analysis of variance. R.A. Fisher. R.A. Fisher, I said you another one thing. You guys remember what? R.A. Fisher is the
Father of statistics.
And he also invented the ANOVA. In this ANOVA, minimum degree of freedom for error ANOVA is 2. If you guys are not remembering these things, sorry, leave it. Just remember the basic things. Okay, when you are getting confusion in 1 or 2 things, please don't go behind that. Leave it there, because to running behind the 1 or 2 things, you are losing the all other things. Okay, if you are not remembering minimum degree of error in ANOVA is 2, you are trying to remember this and you are forgetting the t-test is less than 30 and z-test is greater than 30. That is waste of the time and waste of your energy. In this statistics, anyways, you are getting the 1 or 2 question, and whatever in this you are remembering, just that is more than enough. If you don't remember also, now you are hearing my class, at least you have something in your mind, in the subconscious mind. When you go and sit in the exam, you will 100% sure, I am 100% pretty sure you will remember. At least you can guess with the 90% confidence. So don't take stress on statistics, okay? Then comes to this. This you just remember this. In this, I will tell you the main points what you are going to remember. CRD, RBD, and LSD. You keep this as a first CRD, second RBD, and third LSD. You remember like this: first CRD, second RBD, third LSD. Because CRD is one-way classification, RBD is two-way classification, and LSD is the three-way classification. Okay, CRD, RBD, LSD, one-way, two-way, and three-way classification. Okay, this one you should remember. Then what you guys are remembering in CRD, RBD, this error degrees of freedom. For CRD, n minus n into 2, n2. Okay, this error degrees of freedom, if you are not getting here, please go to Nimra Sunda and you will get it there. Okay, error degrees of freedom. How I was telling you about the range. Remember the range. Like that I am telling you here. Remember the error degrees of freedom in everywhere. All three. Okay. Then another one important thing about the RBD. This. Number of blocks must be equal and number of plots equal to the number of plots in each block should be equal to the number of application fixed for the treatment. Okay, these 2 points. These 2 points and error degrees of freedom. When it comes to LSP, this one. Number of rows is equal to number of columns, that is equals to number of treatment. Okay, and actually I will really suggest you guys to go with these 2 slides. If you guys are not understanding also, please sit in 5 days before the exam and just see 1, 2, 3 times read these 2, means CRD, RBD and LSD. Please read them and go and write the exam. You will remember everything. And these 2. Missing plot technique. If any chances, this is the low chance of getting these 2 questions. If in case any chance you are getting this question, during experiment some lost information can be get by multiple plot technique. And another one is split plot about the split plot technique. To study the effect of 2 or more factors requiring different plot size, we are using the split plot technique. These 2 points. Lost information you will get. I think you can connect this. Lost information, missing plot. Yes, we are missing something. That's why we are using the missing plot technique. Okay. Then come to here. 2 or more factor means splitting. 2 or more means we are splitting the 1 into 2 or more. That's why we are using the split plot technique. Okay. If you have any doubt, you can ask me. Anything?
Show the slide of error of degree in CRD.
Wait. CRD. Actually, I think I didn't put here means typing mistake maybe. Please check it in the Nimra Sunda. I think you guys have all having the Nimra Sunda, no? Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
If you are opening in Nimra Sunda at the right point now, I will just want to tell you what not to read. Means some of you are very interested and you want to finish all the points in this from Nimra Sunda. I will tell you some of points which, as I wrote in JRF in statistics, there also these questions I didn't get. This Nimra Sunda was more than enough for me. That's why I am telling you, if you are having the Nimra Sunda, please let me know. If you are having Nimra Sunda, I will tell you that what not to read.
Ma'am, any problem related questions are asking in exams?
No, actually for problem related question, as I really don't think so, for you guys they will ask. If you are really, if you are anything while going back in the old question paper, if you get any problem related questions, okay, please you can ask me. Otherwise, if you are having the Dhananjay number or something, any you guys having the Dhananjay number or what? Otherwise, what is that Telegram group is there, na? You guys having the WhatsApp group also?
Telegram group.
No, ma'am.
Telegram group. Please post the Telegram group in the question in there, and I will answer there. I'll explain you. Not now. Up to JRF, if you are guys having any doubts about the questions and all, I don't think so. They will ask problem-based question. Dhananjay, they will ask problem-based question or what?
No. They won't ask a problem-based question. Just they will ask range, median, ANOVA, and that they will ask.
They won't ask problem-based question. Don't worry. If they ask also, don't worry. Leave one question. Don't go behind that. You are not writing JRF in statistics. You are writing JRF in horticulture. Please concentrate on horticulture subjects. It is just a 1 and 2 question. Just read this. Is anything?